Let's join our commentators at Stamford Bridge, Andy Gray and Martin Tyler.
Thanks, Richard. Something new, as you say, a quarter-final in this competition between two clubs from this country, yet something very familiar. Don't forget that Chelsea and Arsenal faced each other twice, just 6 days apart, only last month. Well, there's massive global interest. These pictures going live to 63 countries to see the top two in the most popular league in the world, the most invigorating league in the world. It's a capital clash in the Champions League. And Europe becomes very English here tonight. Well, at least as far as...
There has been a goal in the other game, though, and we'll tell you about that in a moment. Graham Souness, Ronald Koeman, Glenn Hoddle, our guests here this evening. We'll talk about that when we come back. It's tight. Chelsea 0, Arsenal 0. Another huge night of football a week tonight. Next Wednesday, 7 o'clock start on 1. England play in Sweden. On 2, Republic of Ireland meet the Czech Republic, and half-time in the to find a goal.
What we said before, Richard, something a little bit special from one of the special players. I mean, they just cancelled each other out in that first 45 minutes. The midfield is a hard place to play tonight. You know, they're pressing each other. You're not getting 2 seconds on the ball before someone's making a challenge on you. It's really interesting. You've got two groups of foreign players playing at an English tempo. You know, it's maybe not that exciting to watch, but I think for us, for the professionals, there's something to admire because it's about top players doing all the ugly things in the game.
It's amazing,
stopping opposition.
Well, isn't it, how continental players come to England and quickly adapt to what's required here. And it's a very English game in many ways, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a typical one. But I think it's very difficult because both sides are pressing very well in the midfield, and some dangerous moments always from the left side, from the Arsenal part in the beginning. But after 20 minutes, Chelsea came good back in the game, but without a lot of chances.
You said Chelsea need to go, if they want to go through in the tie, don't concede tonight. Would they take this to go to Highbury with, or do they need a goal?
I think, you know, they prefer a goal for sure, and I think, you know, the latter 20 minutes of that half, they really did start to progress in the game. Arsenal came out and really controlled the game early doors. There was a couple of tight offsides that were very tight, you know, where there could have been chances created from Arsenal. But Chelsea, to be fair to them, I think, you know, I think Ranieri's set his stall out not to go gung-ho. He's kept it tight. We thought Lampard was going to play in a diamond and play just off the front. Well, he's been in and around Vieira. He's been told every time Vieira gets that ball, I want you around him and snapping at him. And he's done a very good job. Whether he can now in the second half go on and break off him and try and get into the box would be an interesting thing to see whether he does. But I think a 0-0 for Chelsea isn't a bad result. I really don't.
Everybody was expecting Real and Arsenal. Well, maybe Monaco lead over there, and Chelsea are certainly not out of this yet. Long way to go yet, of course, but at the moment, Monaco 1 up in the Bernabeu. No goals at Stamford Bridge. The second half is next. Saturday morning, Birmingham play Leeds. Sky Sports 2 have Leeds suddenly found something that will get them out of trouble. That's Saturday, midday. Bolton meet Newcastle Sunday at 1:30. That's a pay-per-view game. Channel 433 for details of how to order. And Super Sunday is just that. We're at Highbury with Arsenal and Manchester United. 3 o'clock start as usual, Sky Sports 1. Don't forget this evening, this game from the Champions League is our first this season to be interactive. Chelsea and Arsenal, push the red button on the remote control, follow the instructions. There you'll find those 8 mini screens. Remember, highlights on Sky Sports 2 later.